Hey guys, it's Ingrid here, and today I am going to do my very first library haul. Pretty excited. I've gone a bit crazy. I just moved back home and our library here is very good. And I just filmed a video explaining kind of what's going on with me, my life, my reading. But just to make it real short, I'm on some medicine right now that makes my brain foggy, so I'm having a hard time reading what I'm normally reading. So I bought a lot of graphic novels, some middle grade, some YA from series that I've already read, and a couple adults I'm really excited for. So the first thing is Amulet Volume 3. This is called The Cloud Searcher, and this was exactly what I needed when my brain couldn't focus. It's a graphic novel, so I feel like it's easier to follow, and it's middle grade, so it didn't go like above my head. And this is the third volume. As I said, I've already read the first and the second one and given them back to the library. But we follow, I can't remember their names, gosh. Emily and Navin? Don't know. They move to this new place and they go down to the basement and they kind of find a different world, and they need to, in the first volume, their goal is to follow their mom and try and find their mom, and then they get entangled into this bigger thing. And I really like it. The art style is very much what you see on the cover here. The characters are really great. I like the mystery that they're like trying to solve. I like that you don't know everything. I did enjoy the second volume more than the first one. The first one I had, this is not a wrap up. Yeah, I like this series. It's easy to follow. The next one here is one that I got literally only for the hype. And that is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. And I don't really know what this is about. I know there's two boys and they fall in love, and I don't feel like I need to know anything more than that. It's not usually my jam. I don't read that many contemporaries. But I think it will be easier to understand because I believe it's set in our world. And it's just gotten so much hype. I need to know what it's about, and I got excited when it was available from my library, so I had to borrow it. The next one that I got here is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. And I've read this book, and I've read the second book in the series, and I own the entire series. And so I really wanted to get into the third book, but I realized I don't remember that much from the first and the second one. So when I saw that they had the graphic novel of all of them, I believe, I thought I would check them out. So I haven't read this yet, but it's the first one. If I like it, I'll pick up the second one and then jump into book 3. But I got really excited. The next 3 are all from the same series, which is Saga. Got volume 5, volume 6, and volume 8. I'm still waiting to get volume 7. I'm currently reading volume 5, really loving it. They have the entire series, so I've read the 4 first one and returned them. But this is a fantasy, sci-fi, adult, very adult, a lot of graphic stuff in this. But it's about 2 people from different planets that are at war, fall in love and have a baby, and then both sides are after them to kill them. And it's such a lovely story, really like it. And I'd already read the first and the second one once before, so I reread them. But because I kind of knew the character and knew the world, it wasn't too hard for me to get into, and now I'm hooked. Now the last graphic novel that I have is a Norwegian one, and it's called Norløs Vikingene og Oraklet. And this second volume has not been translated into English yet, I don't believe, so I'll tell you about the first one in a second, because that one has. But it's just, yeah, the continuation. I own the first one, but this one was released this year, so it's quite expensive. But they had it at libraries, so I thought it would be a good time to pick it up. And if you're interested, the first one is called Norløs Reisen til Jotundalen. I'll put up the English cover right here, because I don't remember what it's called in English, but I know it's been translated. And this is about a girl that is Norwegian. So she gets transported into this other world, basically. And I really enjoyed this first one. It has so much Norwegian things in it. It has trolls, it has our national costumes. It just made me feel like proud of my culture, I guess. And I also like the story and the characters, so I'm excited to see where the story goes. And then I got quite a few middle grade. because I think middle grade might be easier for me to read at this point than YA and adult. So I picked up 3 that I didn't know that much about. The first one of them being The Stormkeeper's Island from Catherine Doyle. I really like this cover. I don't know that much about it, but I know it's about stormkeepers. They need to keep the magic at bay. And it's about a war or something I don't really need to know anymore. And it's gotten really great reviews and good reviews. I'm super excited to get to this one. And then the next 2 are from the same author, but it's not in the same series. And that author has a name that I'm definitely going to mispronounce. Vashti Hardy? Not sure. The book is Brightstorm. It says A Skyship Adventure. English is so much harder right now than it used to be. But it's basically about these 2 siblings that get the news that their dad has died when he was on an adventure, but they find a clue that might suggest that they haven't been told the truth, and so they go out in search of what actually happened with their father. And then the second one is called Wildspark, and it's from the same author, but there's 2 completely different series. And this one is set in a world where machines used to be people, and so this girl, her brother has been turned into a machine, and she needs to get him to try and remember that it was a person and turn him back into a person. And so it just says, if she fails, her brother will stay dead. If she succeeds, all of society may fall apart. I just thought the premise sounded really cool in this cover. So I'm excited to give this a try as well. And then I picked up 2 YA books. They're both in series that I've gotten quite far into, so I know the characters, know the world, and therefore I think they will be easier for me to get into. The first one of those is Stars Above, a Lunar Chronicles collection by Marissa Meyer, I think. So this is short stories set in the Lunar Chronicle world. I've read all the 4 books in the Lunar Chronicles, and I've read the backstory for the villain. And so I'm excited to read this. I know the characters, it's short stories, should be easy. And after I read this one, I can continue on with the graphic novels in the series, which my library also has. So I'm hoping to get to this very soon. And then the next book that I have is Half Lost by Sally Green. This is the 3rd and I believe final book in the Half Bad series. I have to be honest and say I'm not really loving this series, but my sister has read all of them and finished them and want me to talk with her about them. That is so not the right way of saying that, but you know what I'm trying to say. And so this is the last book. I have the audiobook as well, so hopefully that will help. This is one that I'll see if I find interesting or not. I will eventually read it, but might read it now, might not. But at least I have it if I want to. And then we're down to the last 2 books. Now these 2 are adult books, but they're 2 books that I'm so excited for, that I think I might be able to read them regardless. The first one of them being one that is so beloved here on BookTube, and that's Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've read her 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, loved it to pieces, and I started listening to the audiobook of this. And because I was kind of in the midst of my foggy brain, I didn't enjoy it that much because I kept forgetting who all the characters were. And so now I have the audio out from the library as well as the book. So I really want to give it another chance because I really think I'm going to love it. And we follow this girl, Daisy Jones, and she joins this band called The Six. I guess you kind of could figure that out by the title. But I am excited. And then the last book has been a book I've been wanting to read so badly. And I tried to find an excuse to buy it, and I figured, okay, for my birthday I can buy it. Like, I'm not really reading books right now, I don't have a good reason to buy books, but when I saw it at the library I was like, I can actually read it now if my brain can handle it. But that is The Binding by Bridget Collins. And first of all, I love this cover and the spine. It does not have the dust jacket, so it does not have the synopsis. That is great, because I was going to cheat a little bit, but I guess I can't. Okay, so There is no synopsis to help me right now. I'll have the Goodreads page for all of these books down below if you want to check them out. But from memory, it's about a boy where they like bind people's memory that they don't want, and then he finds a book with his name on it. I believe I'm gonna like double check this because when I read the synopsis I was so hooked, and I'm just not doing it justice at all. Okay, it's a really long synopsis, I'm not gonna read all of it. But yeah, you can remove pain, imagine you could hide the darkest, most horrifying secrets. So he, the person, the protagonist, is called Emmett, and he is working at this place as what's called a bookbinder. Basically, you put memories in the books so that you don't have to remember them, like if something bad happened. And then when he's working here, he finds a book with his name on it. And it said, soon everything he thought he understood about his life will be dramatically rewritten. I'm so excited for this. So hopefully my brain can understand it and I can read it, because it sounds so freaking good. So that was the 14 things I had out from the library, if I counted correctly. I am on hold for a couple things already. I'm going a bit overboard, but I just don't know what I want to read. I don't know what I'm able to read. And the library is just a small bus ride away from home. And I really enjoy borrowing books, so I did. Please let me know if you like library hauls, if there's any of these books that you've read or want to read. And all of my links for all these books, social media, yada yada yada, it's all in the description box. And I hope you'll subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.